In this video, we're going to take a list of chemicals, which I'm copying to my clipboard here, and we're going to place them into Google Sheets, which I'm using the Control V section, and we're going to run two functions on them. The first one, we're going to use the open parser for systematic IUPAC nomenclature from the University of Cambridge's Center for Molecular Informatics to acquire the INCHI key, which we've discussed in lecture. And then we're going to use the INCHI key to get it to connect directly to PubChem, so that our spreadsheet will have a list of links to taking these chemicals and linking them directly to PubChem. Now, the first thing we want to do, I noticed some students got confused. I'm going to make this cell larger, and this is going to be the second column. And what I want to do now is take a look at how this works. And part of the objective of this video is to get you to feel for how you need to be able to play around with web services. So let's first take a look at Opsin, and I'm going to use the public interface here. And I'm taking this chemical, and lo and behold, it doesn't work, okay? And what's happening here is it's parsing this chemical, but then it's finding a problem with this Y. And if I look in here carefully, I see that we have methiphenyl, and it should be methylphenyl, okay? So now I click Submit, okay? And now I have some information on this, and what I want to do is I want to extract the standard INCHI key. But to do this, I want to use a web service, so I come over here to Instructions, okay? And what I need is I need to use this here, which I'll try and make larger, as the beginning of my URL. Then I'm going to follow that with my chemical name, and then I'm going to follow that with an ending I want. So for example, here I have the standard INCHI key, which is what I want to get out of this. So I'm going to copy this to my clipboard, Control C. Okay, I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet. Okay, now I want to import data, so I hit an equal sign. This means that I now have a function going, and I start to type, and it does an autofill import data. Okay, and now I'm going to be using a URL, so it must be in quotation marks, and now I'm going to paste in the first part of the URL, and I'm going to put a / there. I believe I'm going to need one. And now what I want to do is take the name in this cell, which incidentally I want to add an alph methyl here because it was misspelled, if you remember. And now I come back into here, and I want to take this cell, so I need to concatenate it. So if I go quotation mark ampersand. Now this is cell A2, so I can either type A2 or I'm going to click it. And that puts in A2, and now I go ampersand quotation mark. Okay, and I've now concatenated this. Now what I want to do is I want to have it have the ending of the standard INCHI key. So I could either type that, or I'm just going to simply Control C, paste that, come back to my spreadsheet, go over here, Control V. So what I've done now is I'm going to import data from the URL going to the address with this name here, and if I hit enter and I've done this correctly, it grabs the standard INCHI key, okay? And I'm just going to expand this most of the way. Now if I grab this box and drag it down to the bottom of my list, it goes out on the web and grabs the INCHI keys. What did I do wrong? I grabbed the wrong box, this box here. Okay, and these NAs, I'm going to have to go in and manually do them because there's a mistake in the name of the compound. Okay, now let's take this INCHI key here. Okay, and I'm going to take this particular INCHI key and I want to explore PubChem. Now I'm going to do a search in PubChem using this INCHI key, because remember that's the advantage of the INCHI key. And lo and behold, I get this compound and this structure here and the information. And I can come up to the web URL and I can see where it took me, okay? And it took me to the compound database. So I'm going to go Control C and copy the first part of the URL. Incidentally, the CID is the PubChem compound ID. I'm going to go back to my sheet, and now I'm going to go into the first cell, and I'm going to do a new function. I'm going to go equals, and now I'm going to use the hyperlink. So I start typing hyperlink, and it creates a hyperlink inside of a cell. And now I want my URL, so I'm going to do a quotation mark, and now I'm going to paste in the PubChem's first part of the URL. And I want to once again concatenate with the value of this cell here. So I'm going to go quotation mark ampersand, and now this is I want to take the inchi, not the name, but the inchi key. So this would be cell B2. This time instead of clicking it, I'll just type B2. And now I'm going to go ampersand quotation mark. And I'm not going to add anything to the end of it, because that's what I want. I want to send this to the PubChem. But I need a second quotation mark in the final closing parenthesis. The first set of quotation marks was for what the cell I was concatenating, and the second is the URL. And now I've got a URL here, and now I can drag down this other, let's see if I can drag it. I made these cells bigger so you can see them, which makes them go off the side. And now if I hover on one of these and click on its link, it sends me to the PubChem ID. Okay? So this shows us how I can take a list of chemicals and very quickly link them to information on the web using the import data and the hyperlink function within Google Sheets.